we'll segue out of that. And, Henzo Gracie, Philly is part of the influence in camp for Jamie Driver, who has fought as a featherweight. This was originally a featherweight bout at 145. This was changed to a catchweight at 150. Driver out of the Driven Gym in Woodbridge, New Jersey, coming down and will take on Olivia Parker. Now, Driver's one win was her last bout. She beat Carolyn Biscup Rowe in late in 2018. That was at 864 Fighting Championship. First round 2-minute verbal after losing her first 3 as a professional. And Jamie Driver is in the cage with a presence, has OJ in the back of her shorts. Let's go back to Jeff Hobbs.
And her opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. She weighed in at 150 pounds. She has a professional record of 2 wins with no losses. She is from KMAA right here in Knoxville, Tennessee. She has risen from the ashes, Knoxville. This is the Phoenix, Liv Parker.
What a reaction, and justified for the Phoenix, Olivia Parker. Liv Parker from KMAA in Knoxville. Justin, what a story for Liv Parker, and a beast at the age of 37.
Absolutely. Personally, from the heartstrings, it's a teacher stepping into the ring there, so being able to make time to grade papers, step outside the classroom. I know that pain. I know what that is to be able to go from one profession to the other like that.
Heritage High School, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And she's actually moving to a new position here in Knox County, a little bit close to the kids and everything out here in South Doyle. So she's got a lot of changes coming up, and still, through the changes from one school system to another, through the adversity that she had to face and, make weight, being able to consistently stay on a diet to be able to push everything down. Now she's, finding herself at, 145 here? Goodness gracious, guys. She's been able to push through all this and still look. She's sprightly. I got to talk to her a couple of weeks ago as we were in a new teacher orientation here in our hometown. How you feeling? Well, the diet sucks, but it's going to be worth it in the end, and that's all you need to know about Liv. She's just dedicated. She's going to be pushing through. And the ashes of the old person that she was, she's burning that old persona down and building this new person and this new life for herself. And you can see that. You definitely have a height and reach advantage here for her coming in this matchup. So really interested to see what's going to look like here.
All right. A little reluctant on the touch of gloves. Driver 9 years younger than Parker. Driver weighed in at 145.9. Parker at 150 for the catch weight at 150. Presented by Impact Mouth Guards. Co-main event of the night, 3 5-minute rounds. Driver in the purple, Liv Parker in the black, and we're underway. We're live on FlowCombat.com.
You see OJ living up to her nickname out there, coming out here firing strikes as a killer, but the Phoenix living up to her nickname as well, taking the strikes and coming back stronger, and she's going for the grit shot right here, as she always does in her fights, exceeding expectations amongst everybody and her peers when she fights. Justin said it greater than I could about the fight inside the fight with Olivia Parker and doing this, that, and another thing with her whole life, and it just goes to show you that these people inside the cage are people. They have lives. They're doing a lot of things. And to everybody else, it might just be entertainment in the show, but these are real people out here busting it, killing
the
it.
Strength coming down to 145, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first time she's fought at this weight, getting this small. Still being able with the strength to be able to pick up someone in that weight class, being able to throw around. No slouch here is Jamie Driver with her strength and the way she's able to sit down.
Some brute strength there.
Goodness gracious, these two women.
Just remember they adjusted that to a 150. The catch weight at 150. It was a 145, so they met up at 150. But you're right, it's not the norm.
But boys, these girls don't weigh 150 absolutely right now, and she picked her up. So
right.
Oh, looking for the switch, and she's giving up her back right there.
She was trying to shoot for that. She was trying to shoot for that trip to take down.
Transition.
Now you can see her using that half guard to transition back up to her feet in a north-south position here. Driver doing a good job of posting her hips out, being high, putting all her weight down on top of her.
Oh, and she gave up her back, and now she's got leg laces in. That's bad for Liv. OJ's hammering down right now.
Big
Liv's
shot.
still scrambling, but she's falling off her back right now. She's falling off her back. If Liv can turn into her, and she's got her legs crossed, but she's going. Yep, she's turning in now.
Chris Bonder, referee, looking in close. Parker reverses. And now can rain down.
Parker turns into and looking to return all the favors that she was just given through those punches and elbows.
Parker got her in a really
Driver
good
doing a
position
good job of
here.
using that butterfly with the shin across the
Kicks right there from OJ.
waist.
He's connected with two. Liv's just so gritty and just closes that distance, doesn't allow her to get no space in between those shots.
Now climbing into that half guard. Parker knows how to inflict damage from here. No position, not unfamiliar with that KMA count.
There we go. Try to pull half guard. Half guard. Half guard.
You hear the corner
There we go.
of Driver looking for a half guard.
Get the sweep.
You see Liv Parker's just keeping heavy on them hips right now, and just everything she can do to open up the face of OJ right there, so she can just start wailing. But OJ's a brute on the ground too right here. Look for Liv Parker, look to try to slice in between and get that mount right there is what she's looking for. She's going to sit here though right now in half guard just for a second and try to wail on OJ there on the ground and wear her down.
Gabby, try to get your back against the
OJ that Hopkins is talking about is Jamie Driver, who's on the bottom with Liv Parker on top.
There we go, scoop.
Driver won the first part of the round being aggressive, being able to get that down, but Parker scoring points here, being able to stay on top, impose her will and everything. So
Get up, come on.
from here on out, it's going to be whoever imposes their will and being able to press forward, you would think, in the judges' eyes to win this round.
There's not a whole lot. There's not a whole lot Driver can do over there in the corner of the cage except for walk her back up against the cage.
It's your time. Back up against the cage. Sit up. Put your back against the cage. Sit up. And she punching. Get up. Sit up.
Corner telling Driver to try to back up against the cage,
Yeah,
but
that's-
easier said than done.
That's what she's got to do, but she's her hips are just sitting under. They're
She
just
needs
sitting
to,
under.
yeah, she needs to pull that right hip all the way to the cage. She's going to do there. It looks like she made an attempt, but she's got to abandon that half guard position. That's one of those things you can't go halfway and still be successful.
Right now she can slip out the back. Well, no, she can't because she's got an over.
So much
Liv's
pressure.
got an overhook, yeah.
but so much pressure from Parker there on that overhook wasn't allowing her to do so.
Oh, was that a headbutt by Driver?
May have been.
Man.
And still, even though she works back to her feet, she's still in a losing position here, being pressed against the cage. Parker imposing her will.
Yeah, she's going to look to cup them knees again. Working on top, and then she'll slide to the bottom. Ooh, and she tried to lateral her there.
And separate. There we go.
Wonder wants Driver to separate.
Elevate your underhook. Elevate your underhook.
Yeah, separation for Driver would be key for this fight because she was throwing bombs and connecting with Liv there.
Good. Turn your hips back.
Liv sticking in those short shots.
Demi, run forward.
Knee
Run
to the
forward.
body by Parker.
There we go. There we go. Do it again. Come on. Good body lock. No,
The inside trip from Liv.
Watch the trip.
Final seconds of round number one.
So right here, Parker's got all the openings right here with that overhook, and she can sit there and right in the pocket and just hit those little short, dirty boxing shots. She wasn't really taking full, complete, I would say about 80% advantage, but not 100. She could have got a lot more in there at the end, but Driver's showing a spectacular stand-up, like just strong.
So Parker that first round?
Yeah, I have to go with Parker there.
Yeah.
She controlled the fight.
Yeah.
She controlled most of, like, when you're looking at ring control, aggression, imposing your will upon the opponent and that kind of stuff. Damage, I think it was probably 50-50 there. Both were able to land enough shots. Both were able to drain each other's fatigue equally, it looks there. But as far as ring control, as far as aggression, you'd have to go with Parker because she was able to keep a top position. And she also kept Driver pinned against the cage for most of the time. And even when she was able to separate it out here in the middle, whenever Driver got the good tilt with that over-under position and drive off of that cage, they brought it back to the middle. Parker only made quick work of that and be able to put her, Driver's back against the cage again and continue to work those short knees, those punches and everything.
Shanna Young, our ring girl, making her way around, and the corners clear from the cages. We're ready for round number two. Jamie Driver coming down from New Jersey, taking on the hometown favorite, fan favorite, Liv Parker. 3 5-minute rounds is what we're scheduled for, and we're underway in round two.
There we go. You know where it is, then. There we go. David, just like that. Just like a semi-automatic gun. Yes.
Parker's reaching on her jab right there. Driver stepping off trying to counter punch, but the moment she backs straight up is whenever she plays right into Parker's game and she's able to put her against the cage again, which is where she's going to win, which is where you're going to score points as a fighter. I mean, I know it's not a sexy game to be able to do the Greco-Roman and press them against the cage, but it does work. It is winning. It is just the same as being on top on the ground there as long as you're able to score with those blows.
You can see Liv putting a lot of hip pressure right there and just kind of like blocking her off. Every time she tries to cut outside of her, she's just kind of stepping over and crowding all of her space and not letting her, just smothering her over there in the corner.
Liv Parker here with this elbow control. If you can't see it, ladies and gentlemen, her right arm, every time driver tries to go for some kind of press, some kind of underhook, Parker's driving that elbow back down to keep it there, and then that pays dividends because as soon as the leg's open, whenever driver gave up fighting with that, or the hand fighting there, she was able to grab that takedown and snag her. Uh-oh, elbow time.
Yep.
Good coaching from driver's corner here, you know, realizing those elbows are coming, grab the upper armpit there, talking about controlling around that bicep area so that the elbow is not, utilized inside of the punching. It'll just be short shots from the fist there at best.
Liv being really patient, not trying to force anything on driver right here, but she's got her arm and locked her up in a triangle. A crucifixion right here again.
Got that right arm
We got
locked up.
We got a crucifix here.
Yeah.
Short punches there for
Elbows
elbows.
are raining down right now, and those legs are getting deader as they go.
This won't be a very.
Chris
This fight
Bond
won't be going much longer. She's able to continue this.
And Chris Bond's looking in
Ref's
deep.
on it.
Still looking, still looking.
Elbows.
Still looking.
Goodness gracious.
This isn't going to last very
Oh,
much
and she's
longer.
got her arm loose right now.
Parker was really going for it. The strain on her face, she tried to finish it there. It's still raining down. Chris Bonner, referee, looking in close.
But her arm's a little loose right here, so I mean, there's a chance that she can come out of it. I mean, she's still, but immaculate points have been dominant, like
She's
ramping
got
up.
to shrimp
for
her hips in order to do that, and that top
Bottom
pressure
Yeah,
on the other
you
side,
can't
that's
just-
game
Yeah,
over.
you can't sit and
Liv
relax while
Parker with
somebody's
the
raining down
crucifix
punches.
there.
Olivia Parker, the Phoenix, remains undefeated as a professional as the Cotton Eye Joe erupts. KMAA's Liv Parker with the victory. Second round on strikes over Jamie Driver, who comes down from New Jersey. Very game.
Just that position she got in right there, there was no getting out of it. And Liv Parker is just, you got to say Liv Parker's lost a lot of weight to get down to here. So the amount of people that she's actually wrestled with before and had to hold down. I mean, I'm not saying nothing on Driver because that girl is strong and is a beast coming out of what she did come out. She got that takedown in the first round too, and she took Liv's back, but Liv was able to come out of that encounter and end up pulling the domination in the first round, man. But this fight right here, I'm excited about it, man. This was a good one.
Liv Parker has now defeated, as a professional, Jennifer Morgan and Taryn Conklin. Morgan, unanimous decision win back in January. Taryn Conklin, rear naked choke in the second round. That was at Valor Fighting Challenge 59 in May. And now victory number 3 as a professional for Liv Parker. Big things continue for KMAA here in Knoxville. All right, Parker gets the victory to make it official. Here's Jeff Hobbs.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Chris Bond stops this bout at 2 minutes and 22 seconds of the second round. Your winner by TKO out of the blue corner, the Phoenix, Liv Parker! Liv, come here, Liv. Come here. Liv, you are 3-0 now, so I cannot let you walk out of this cage without giving you this answer. What do you want to say to this crowd here tonight?
I love you guys so much. You've been so phenomenally supportive of me in my journey, Lord. I just want to thank the Lord for putting me in KMA's land. They sweep me up, and the Lord has used me and given me something I never thought that I would have again in my life. And I just love all of you. Keep supporting us. Keep supporting KMA. Keep supporting the sport. She was a phenomenal fighter. Guys, it's just a great place. And just thank you so much for your support.
Awesome job. Quite the inspiration. Liv, the Phoenix Parker from KMAA stays undefeated as a professional, undefeated all in 2019.